This podcast is supported by AT&T Active Armor. Right now, our lives are on our phones, and with our phones full of live-streamed exercise classes, midday work calls, and nightly family video calls, there's no room for fraud calls. Thankfully, AT&T makes customer security a priority, helping block those pesky calls. It's not complicated. AT&T Active Armor, 24/7 proactive network security and fraud call blocking to help stop threats at no extra charge. Compatible device service required. Visit AT&T.com/activearmor for details.
Nick Hanley Show podcasts are now available on the new AM 590 app, powered by Woodhouse Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Download now from the App Store or Google Play.
Excited to talk some high school football with someone I'm happy to call, proud to call a friend. Well, some of my best days covering high school football in Columbus, both Columbus High, SCOTUS, and Lakeview, and big victory for the Columbus Discoverers last night as they take down Norfolk, improving to 1-1 on the season. Joined on the Limitless Male Medical Hotline with the head coach, Craig Williams. Craig, how's it going?
It's going great, Nick. It's great to be on with you, and it's good to hear from you.
Well, I was watching a little golf in between commercial breaks. I want to know, is the drive still carrying over 300 yards?
You know what? As the years go along, it's harder to keep it up there, but yeah, we're still trying to keep it out there.
All right, that's good. That's good to hear. So let's talk about last night. I mean, I know the Norfolk Columbus game, always a big attraction in that area, and you guys are able to bounce back from a tough loss to Central. But what'd you see last night? What worked?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that our kids came out and in a very short week, and it's always tough to come back in those short weeks. But, they came out ready to play physical football, and we talked about it all week that we needed to control both sides of the line of scrimmage. And really we put together 3 long drives, scoring drives in that first half, and, took care of the clock and really took control of the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I was proud of our kids because we had a physical game last week, man. I mean, Omaha Central, those kids are physical, and we tried to stand toe-to-toe with them, and came back. We had to make a few adjustments to clean up some things on defense, but the kids came out and executed really well last night.
I know we're going to talk to Ernest Hausman here in a moment, but, just as far as the overall experience that you have with this team, I mean, is it kind of a blend of some experienced guys and also replacing some key members, or do you feel like, this is a pretty veteran group that you bring in this year?
Well, it really is a blend because you got Ernest Hausman coming back, who's been a starter for 2 or 3 years for us, and Blake Thompson's been up there, and of course, Brody Mickey had a huge year last year for us, but we're young in some spots. I mean, we start 2 sophomores on our offensive line. We got a sophomore outside linebacker start. So yeah, we've got some positions that we're breaking some new kids in, and it's been a great year seeing those kids mesh together, and they're still learning day by day and week by week, and the seniors are doing a great job mentoring, and we expect to continue to get better week in and week out.
Yeah, I know between, Craig, you and obviously Kurt Frenzen, who's been the coach at Lakeview for a long time as well, you guys do such a great job of really kind of setting that tone for that Columbus football youth and really getting those guys in a good position when they get to high school. Just overall development-wise, as you've seen the numbers and the type of athlete trickle into Columbus High, what are you seeing these days?
It's been fun to work with those young kids, and we've got a great program here in Columbus and with our youth program. But our numbers are strong. I know my son is now an 8th grader, and
wow.
So he's playing 8th grade football, and they have 66 kids out in the 8th grade class. So just looking at those numbers, we got a lot of kids coming up that can play football. So we're looking forward to it, and the future looks bright in Columbus for football.
When you kind of look at it, as we always hear at every level, coaches talking about the most improvement is made from week 1 to week 2. When you look at the things that you guys are able to address from that loss against Central and really kind of apply, and you mentioned a short turnaround too, which is never easy. What were some of the biggest improvements that you guys felt like maybe you addressed this last week?
Well, we had to clean some things up on our defensive side. Omaha Central really hurt us with an outside zone play, and our staff did a tremendous job. I mean, we held Norfolk last night to under 160 total yards of offense. So that adjustment, those adjustments those coaches made on that side of the ball were tremendous, and the kids really bought into it. We still had a few things we had to clean up. We got too many penalties. We had too many in the first game. We had too many in the second. But the thing we like about it is our kids are playing really physical, and they're aggressive, and we can live with some of those things. Just we still have to work on cleaning those things up. So moving forward into week 3, that's what we got to continue to focus on is eliminating those penalties. Ball security has been good for us. We haven't turned the ball over yet this year. When you do those things, you got a chance to win football games.
Craig, there's obviously been a lot more eyeballs on this program throughout the state because of Ernest Hausmann and knowing that he's a Nebraska commit. What about him that just kind of stands out to you? You've seen so many good players come through this program. You've gone up against so many good players, in preparation as you've been the head coach there for a while. What is it about Ernest Hausmann that just kind of stands out from, that typical player?
Well, if you watch on Friday night, I mean, everybody can kind of see the playmaking ability that Ernest has on both sides of the ball. I mean, first play of the game last night, he makes a big stick up the middle, and later in the game, he makes 2 huge catches down the field for us to keep drives alive. But it's the things off the field. It's the things in the locker room. It's the things that, the leadership that he shows, on the practice field, and how he's always willing to step up and say some things that need to be said to teammates and encourage them. And those are the things that people don't get to see, but they're going to get it. They're going to be really excited to watch him the next few years in Nebraska.
Well, Coach, I know we'll turn things over to Ernest Hausmann. I always appreciate hearing from you and following you guys, always wishing you the very best. And, when things settle down, we do have to get out on the golf course here soon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to maybe take in one of those KU ISU games again. That's always a fun rivalry when Iowa State's playing well.
Preferably at the Fog, though, not at the Hill. Right?
You bet.
All right, we're going to bring in Ernest Hausmann, who is a Husker commit, and again, a lot of just tremendous accomplishments on and off the field for what Nebraska is about to get. And Ernest, first of all, appreciate you coming on, man. How's the season been going for you so far?
It's been going good. I felt like our team made a really good stride this week, going from week 1 to week 2. So I'm excited for the future brings for us.
Coach had mentioned that you're one of those guys that, you lead by example. And if you have to, if there's something that needs to be addressed, you're one of those players, those captains that can do that. But also knowing that, everybody knows you're going to Nebraska. Everybody knows that, okay, this guy is, kind of a big deal. I mean, do you ever kind of feel a little bit more pressure to perform at a higher level, or do you just kind of are able to take things in stride?
I don't feel no pressure, really. There's a lot of things I do to prepare myself mentally. I know it's a role that I got myself into. I wanted to be in this role, so it's something that I have to make sure that I hold myself up to that accountability each and every day. So it's something that I love to do that. So that's good.
As people may or may not know, kind of your experience in football, kind of take us through that, because you're still relatively new at football, right? I mean, this is something that you're still feeling like your best days of football are still ahead of you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So when I was a sophomore, I was playing defensive back for Columbus High. And then my junior year, I moved to outside linebacker. And then senior year, I moved to inside linebacker as well. So, with those transitions, I know that there's different keys and different things I have to focus on. But, for myself, I take it day by day. I just have to focus on one thing I want to master that day. Take it step by step. I know that's what's going to help me in the long run.
You got that decision out of the way of where you'll be playing college football. You're going to be playing at Nebraska, staying here in the state. How big was that for you to just sort of reach that finality of that decision so you could kind of enjoy this season and not worry about that pressure?
Yeah, it was very big for myself. I knew coming into it that my timeline of where I wanted to commit to a college, I wanted to be able to focus on my high school team 100%. I didn't want to have to worry about where I was going to commit to later on. So, it was something that I knew I wanted to make that time from that decision at that time. So, when I made it, I knew 100% where I wanted to go. So I just thought I should, just release it.
Talking with Ernest Hausmann, Nebraska commit, Columbus High standout. Ernest, the other part about that decision too, and I'm sure a lot of people ask, what was it about Nebraska for you that stood out? What is it that they were able to kind of sell and present to you that you really bought into?
For myself, it wasn't really a selling job for Nebraska. They were pretty much straight up with me how it is at Nebraska. I didn't really, I guess. I didn't want to be sold to. I'm like a salesman.
Yeah.
That's not where I want to go to for my next 4 years. They were just 100% real with me. And then, I had a lot of factors going into it. But, one of the main things for myself was the type of program I want to go into. With my background, what I've been through, the rebuild, I felt like was the best decision for myself. Going into something like that, the challenge, not everyone agrees with that decision. Not everyone thinks that there's gonna be a positive growth step with Nebraska. But I like that challenge. I like the doubt. So that's what I want to go to.
Well, and you're looking at a side of the football that is showing a lot of growth, a lot of improvement, especially with the outside and inside linebackers. And how much of that, just what Eric Chinander is showing just in the last couple of years, that really did kind of draw you to that style and again, Nebraska football in general.
Yeah, absolutely. The black shirt is something that I really like to see. So, I love defense, and, having that representation, kind of have that ideal motto for yourself with the black shirt representing, it's something huge, something that I'm hoping to get that jersey one day. With the coaches and that defensive staff, I've seen them make great growth. But I love them as people as well. Being able to sit down and talk to them, they're 100% the same people they are over the phone as they are in person. So, that was one of the main factors that I saw in making my commitment as well.
Ernest, lastly, just kind of tell me about your time at Columbus and your relationship with Coach Williams and this staff and the things that, hopefully you can still accomplish before you graduate from CHS.
Yeah, I feel like my relationship with the coaching staff here has grown tremendously through the course of the years here at Columbus High. I realized that, I always like the motto respect is earned. It's not given. Mm-hmm. But so I like to do everything day by day basis, that's going to make myself a better person on and off the field as well. So I feel like as a program and as a coaching staff, I feel like I bought into it at a young age. And so everything they've done and everything they've done for this team and program has been the best interest of our players. And looking forward to this season, I just want the team to reach our best potential, and I feel like once we do that, the wins and losses will take care of themselves. But I'm really looking forward to playing with this team this year.
And I guess I should just follow up, just as far as you two individually before, between now and when you arrived to Lincoln, what are the things that you feel like you still need to improve on and things that you would like to improve on to where you maybe feel like you're in a better situation?
For myself, it's just getting my feet underneath, keeping that foundation for inside linebacker. It's a whole new position, and I understand that fully. So I take it day by day. So I just want to become better, be the best person I can be at the end of the day at the inside linebacker position.
Ernest, really appreciate you coming on, man. Congrats on the win last night. Congrats again on the commitment to Nebraska. Wishing you all the best this year and going forward. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, it's Ernest Hausmann and also Columbus High head football coach Craig Williams joining us to discover his 1-1 with a victory over rival Norfolk last night.